explain. Bone-chilling night in New York City, Broadway. And all of a sudden, my life was absolutely meaningless. To go back a little bit, since the age of 3, I loved the spotlight. My parents called me Shirley Temple. My Italian grandfather called me Caterina Stort, famous Italian actress back in his day. And I always knew I was destined to be an actress. Not a doubt in my mind. So, naturally, I wanted to go out onto auditions, but the rule in my family was that I could not audition until I was old enough to drive myself to one. I renegotiated that at the age of 14. And throughout high school, I was actually involved in professional productions. I was living my dream. Went on to college. My major was theater. Awesome. I was such a theater snob that I even had to go to London to study some more theater. The natural progression being going to New York City. Living in the place of all the stars. Actually, I lived in Jersey. Jersey Shore, to be exact, not that Jersey Shore. Actually, it was a little borough called New York. Sounds so fake, it has to be real. Go up the Lincoln Tunnel, hang a right, walk up a few blocks, past 3 strip clubs, and next to an abandoned, dilapidated old elementary school. So that was my apartment. Nice, glamorous. I loved it. I did. And shortly before Christmas, my roommate and I decided that we were going to go see a Broadway show. Cheap seats, of course, standing room only. Chicago, my favorite. And so there I am, standing at the back of the theater, watching these actors, this amazing talent, living the life, doing what I wanted to do. Just beautiful songs, wonderful dancing, phenomenal acting. And then all of a sudden it stopped being fun, because I realized I didn't want to do that. I looked at the reality of their life. They had to say the same lines in the same way, to the same people, in the same costumes, sing the same songs, dance the same dances, in the same place, 8 times a week. And I heard myself actually say, that sounds worse than a desk job. Intermission. And I can't breathe. I go up against a wall, and I quite literally just dissolve into the floor. And I take a seat. And my roommate is asking me, are you okay? What's wrong? Because I'm just like this. What the hell am I going to do? I don't want this. And I've trained my entire life for it. So, what? Does all that training add up to anything? What am I going to do? Who's going to hire me? I'm an actress, for God's sake. Miss, you can't sit there. Look up at this plump, crony old cougar wannabe who clearly did not understand the gravity of the moment that I was in. So, my next home was my parents' couch. What else do you do? I spent a few days with you guys, and I can confidently say that each of you has been in a similar situation. A change that changed everything. Loss of identity. A shift that you don't know what to do with. But since each of you are sitting here today, happy and healthy, I'm going to make the assumption that you found a solution, just like I did. You overcame that obstacle. So let's just think about that. So if all of us have faced an obstacle of some sort, how many people out there do you think have faced an obstacle or are facing an obstacle? Everybody, right? How many of them do you think that you could help them with your expertise and your experience to help them get over that obstacle and provide the solution that you found? There are thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people that you can help. And the beauty of it is that they all congregate in groups and meetings. And you don't have to find them individually. You can speak to them all at once. And you can quite literally, I've seen it happen many times, change lives in a single moment. So, the question then becomes, how do you find these people? What do you say to them? And how do you get paid to do it? Am I right? So let's start there.